watching Louisiana Living with Ashley Dowdy on Fox 14.
And welcome back. I'm joined now by Tom Dill, here to tell us about this year's Stations of the Cross that's going to be taking place here in Ouachita Parish. And it's really a great depiction of Christ's path before the crucifixion. And Tom, I'm going to let you tell us when it's taking place and what the location is.
All right. Well, it's on Friday morning, this Friday morning, the 19th at 10 o'clock out at Forsyth Park. And it really is a reenactment of the Passion of Christ. You know, taking the steps, they call it the Via Dolorosa, or the Way of the Cross, when he was accused and then flogged and scourged and made to carry his cross up to Calvary and the Golgotha, and where he was nailed to the cross and crucified. And you know, he took certain steps. We stop at certain times, and he encountered different people. His mother Mary, the women of Jerusalem, Simon of Cyrene helped him carry his cross, and so forth, all the way to when they lay him in the tomb. It's very dramatic. It's a very, very good enactment. The characters wear period clothing. The Roman soldiers are all decked out, and they have whips, and they as he goes up the hill dragging the cross.
And it is a great performance, and he stops at the various stations.
Right. He stops at the different stations. And you know, the good part is the crowd plays a part as well, just as they did in the crucifixion. You know, I went to the Holy Land this past year, and it was reenacted that more or less. We carried a cross up the hill, but there were people everywhere, and there were in that day there were people everywhere.
Sure.
And some people cheering and some people jeering. And some people supported Jesus, and some people just didn't know what was going on. They were just going about their business, and that's the way it was in Jerusalem when we carried that cross. And out here, the crowd plays a part, because you know, when Jesus was condemned by Pilate, he kept asking the crowd, "What do you want me to do with him?" And then they said, "Crucify him, crucify him." They were incited by the religious leaders of the day to have him crucified, and so that's what they did, and that's what the crowd does out there. And you follow the cross from station to station to station to witness just what occurred on that fateful day. It's so powerful. It's so powerful because it puts you right there, and it makes you think of what happened, that it really did happen, and how physically cruel it was, how demeaning it was, and how painful it was, and you know, that Christ did that for us.
Well, you guys put on one of the best performances there is. I truly believe, and I know the crowd will be crying in this case. Stations of the Cross, Forsyth Park. It is
10 o'clock Friday morning.
10 o'clock Friday morning. Tom, it was great to have you. Thank you so much. I'll see you Friday morning.
Good to be here. Thanks.
Coming up next on Louisiana Living, we're headed to the kitchen for Cooking with Olivia. Stay with us.